It started with a streak of fire across the night sky. What looked like a meteor was something far more significant, a massive, crippled starship, barely holding together as it crashed into the barren desert. For hours, the world held its breath, waiting for some kind of response. And then it came. A broadcast, not to any world leaders or scientific organizations, but to the entire planet. The beings who had left the ship behind identified themselves as the Zorvaks, an interstellar species far more advanced than humanity. Their message was short and condescending. We have discarded a non-functional vessel on your primitive world. It is of no use to us. Do as you wish with the wreckage. Then, silence. No warning, no negotiation, just a statement of fact, as if Earth was nothing more than a cosmic landfill. Governments scrambled to assess the situation, but it was the people who moved first. Scientists, engineers, and adventurers flocked to the crash site, eager to examine what had fallen into their laps. The ship, though heavily damaged, was an engineering marvel. Towering structures of alien metal, consoles covered in strange symbols, and mechanisms that didn't resemble anything built by human hands. The best minds on the planet set to work, reverse engineering every piece they could understand. At first, progress was slow. The Zorvaks had designed their technology with the assumption that no lesser species could even begin to comprehend it. They were wrong. It started with small breakthroughs, energy cells that, once understood, provided near-limitless power. Then came advancements in propulsion systems, materials stronger than anything found on Earth, and computing systems light years ahead of anything humanity had developed. Every piece of so-called junk turned out to be a treasure trove of possibilities. The world changed overnight. The energy crisis was solved. Diseases that once had no cure were wiped out with new medical technology. And then came the real turning point, Earth's first functioning faster-than-light engine. Built from Zorvak scraps, refined and improved by human ingenuity. The Zorvaks, monitoring from afar, barely paid attention. They saw humans as little more than scavengers playing with broken toys. In their arrogance, they believed their discarded vessel held no true value, especially in the hands of such a primitive race. They had no idea what was coming. By the time they did, it was already too late. The Zorvaks' arrogance turned to desperation. What they had dismissed as insignificant was now a direct threat to their standing in the galaxy. They had expected humanity to struggle with their outdated technology, maybe extract some minor advancements at best. Instead, humans had surpassed them in ways they couldn't comprehend. The first attempt to regain control came in the form of diplomacy. A transmission arrived from the Zorvak High Command, addressed to Earth's leaders. Their tone had changed. No longer condescending, no longer dismissive. They requested, no, demanded, the return of the starship, calling it an accidental disposal and claiming it was never meant to fall into lesser hands. Their desperation was obvious. Humanity responded with a simple question: why now? The Zorvaks hesitated, then offered compensation, vast sums of interstellar currency, access to their trade networks, even limited technology exchanges. They were trying to buy back what they had thrown away. But Earth didn't need their scraps anymore. The offer was politely declined. That's when the threat started. The Zorvaks hinted at consequences, at the dangers of an unchecked species, rising too quickly. They spoke of balance, of order, of galactic stability. It was a veiled warning, an attempt to intimidate a species they had once ignored. But humanity wasn't afraid. Earth's response was broadcast not just to the Zorvaks, but to every known interstellar faction. You left your broken technology on our world. We fixed it. We improved it. It's ours now. The Zorvaks' panic deepened. They had assumed humanity was simply reverse engineering their tech. What they failed to realize was that humans had outdone them. Every system in the ship had been reworked, every flaw eliminated, every limitation broken. What had been a useless derelict was now the foundation of a new power, one that no longer needed Zorvak guidance or approval. Then came the final blow. A group of human scientists publicly revealed something that sent shockwaves through the galactic community. The original Zorvak technology had been riddled with inefficiencies, outdated protocols, and unnecessary redundancies. What the Zorvaks had discarded wasn't just obsolete, it had never been as advanced as they believed. Humans hadn't just caught up. They had surpassed a civilization that once thought itself untouchable. For the first time in their history, the Zorvaks experienced something entirely foreign to them. Not dominance. Not superiority. Helplessness.